Shit. Hey, is that who I think it is, Slime? Yes. That's so embarrassing. Bro, I can't even lie. It feel good to be back doing it this way. I ain't did a video like this in, bro, it had to be like 2 years by now, fo. It gotta be like 2 years by now that I done ever did like an actual video where like I picked up a camera and just did something. I've been so everywhere like these last couple, what would you say? Probably like these last couple years, I done been so everywhere. I just ain't picked up a camera and just made content. And low key, I miss it too. I ain't gonna lie, I just wanna talk for a second, vent. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got a video today that I want to do and everything like that. But before I get into it and everything, I just want to be able to like talk and vent because of, you know, all the stuff that I've been doing since I really like been gone and everything. There's been a lot of stuff happening on the channel with absolutely no context. Everything just random right now. Well, kind of random. If you know, you know. If you don't, you just probably gonna be kind of confused. So look, point to this video right here. From now on, everything that you've seen before was the prologue of this channel. Trust me when I say everything that I do from this point forward got an intention to it. Everything is gonna connect and it's gonna look real nice. But for now, I gotta address y'all as such because I can't lie. When it come down to it, I gotta thank the universe, the LXL universe. That's y'all, bro. I gotta thank the LXL universe, bro. Just because of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we getting so close up on 600 subscribers, it's not even funny. And I be taking all these breaks and everything like that, but I gotta start moving more intentional. So let me know, I'm gonna let y'all know what I've been on, right? When it come down to it, in these past couple years, I took a break from content in terms of you know, making regular content like this in front of a camera because of the fact that I just had a lot going on. Now stuff's starting to slow down and everything like that. I'm able to put more time into my craft. I'm able to put actual money behind it, bro. I got bread. You know what I'm saying? Last time y'all seen a nigga ain't have a chain. I ain't gonna lie, I got a chain now. You know what I'm saying? But also, there's other things, more important things and everything like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been really into God. I've been really into, you know, the spiritual side of things, spiritually elevating myself, my mind, and things like that, which I don't want to get too into because that's one of those things that I don't really like to talk about. I like to show people, and I like to, yeah, I like to show people through my actions, little things like that, more than like my actual words. But that's been a big thing that I've been getting into. And because of that, I've been living my life different. I had to find who I was before I stepped back into content and everything like that. Till then, you know, I was doing music too, but I ain't gonna lie, music always has taken a back seat to content and stuff like that. It always has and things like that. But also, I just didn't feel like editing. I'm gonna be real with you. I hate editing. I'm dope at it. I could do it, but I hate editing my own stuff. And I ain't have like people who really would have like edited my stuff back then. Now it's a little bit different. I got different people around me, bro. Like nowadays I got more people who like is trying to make the content. I got more access to being able to make the content. Right now we own my own camera. I got another camera, bro. The last one I broke it. I ain't gonna lie, smashed it to pieces. I ain't even tell y'all that. You know what I'm saying? That was another catalyst and stuff like that. But nah, now we on a brand new Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. You know what I'm saying? We got some cool lenses on it, everything like that. So if I'm looking a little bit different, that's why. You know what I'm saying? So listen. You know what I'm saying? My biggest thing is just creating better habits and everything like that, and hoping to make the content and stuff like that a habit. One thing that I do, I just woke up, right now it's 2:30 in the afternoon. I just woke up. It was a long night. I'll get into that later. But one of the habits that I've been doing and that I've been starting to do is I wake up and the first thing I do is I read my Bible to be able to set a spiritual compass for, like, you know, what direction I want to head in today and certain things that I'm gonna keep in mind and focus on. So that's the first thing I'm finna get into, and I'm finna bring y'all with me. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all finna see it for sure. For those of y'all who don't know, for real, like, the way that I feel like I practice Christianity, I feel like I look at it a little bit different than the average person. And it's just because when it comes to like Christianity and stuff like that, I love it as a religion and everything like that. But also, there are certain ways in which Christianity, I feel like gets misrepresented because of the fact that there's a traditional side of Christianity and there's a side of it that's like actually like the truth and like how you should be living and like the guidebook to your life. I don't think I really follow the traditional Christian sense of things like that, which I'm starting to realize more and more that more people don't. You know what I'm saying? I really do this thing where I tie in a lot of perspectives from a lot of different religions into one and things like that. So, like for instance, you know what I'm saying? I just practiced Ramadan. I just did Ramadan for the full month and everything by the exact rules, and it gave me a lot of clarity and stuff. But I wouldn't necessarily, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm Muslim, but at the same time, there's a lot of things that are in the Muslim religion and everything that I do agree with, and I take a lot of principles out of it. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Same thing for Christianity. I take a lot of stuff out of Christian religion and things like that, and I think that that's my heaviest guidebook and everything like that. Spiritualism, yes, I look a lot into spiritualism, and I look in ways in which to combine everything to just make me the biggest person ever. So regardless of who you are or what you believe in and stuff like that, I be having conversations with everybody, and everything that I say, I would never say things to sway people to one way or another and everything like that. I'm just here to speak the truth, and really I'm here for spiritual elevation, just like how a lot of people are. But I realize that people don't got nothing to focus on when it come to it. People don't have nobody to look to and be like, that's somebody who's trying to grow and elevate themselves, but at the same time they're not boring, they still lit. That's my thing, bro. That's my thing. I always thought that if you wanted to be spiritually higher, spiritually, you know what I'm saying, things like that, I thought that you had to give up being lit. I didn't realize that I could be both. It's just gonna be different. It's just gonna look different. Once again, it's one of the things I can't even like really explain. I just gotta show you for real. You know what I'm saying? So as we go forward and everything like that, one thing that I encourage is that everybody be elevating themselves mentally, spiritually, physically, and everything like that. And elevate yourself in balance. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to elevate yourself spiritually, but then your diet is horrible and things like that. You're going to have gridlock within yourself. Peep this. This is the devotional for today. Right? Our shield, our warrior. One of the primary images of God in the Old Testament is that God is a warrior. All throughout Scripture, God is frequently going to battle for his people or standing with them in the midst of difficulty, protecting them from harm. Scripture tells us that God does not idly stand aside and watch his children fight alone. He's a warrior. Matter of fact, he's our warrior, and he actively protects his people. This is why Psalms 3:3, the writer of it, calls God a shield that surrounds him. God's not distant. He's present and he's active every day. And even though we may experience pain and suffering, we can go right up to God and ask for help and safety. He knows how to protect us and fight for us. The writer of this psalm also says that God is one who lifts our heads in the midst of difficulty. It can be easy to become discouraged, especially in the middle of hard times. But even for those moments, you got to understand that God supports us. When we come to God as our shield, he not only protects us, but he's also going to give us hope and peace. He restores the parts of us that are tired, because we all get burned out. God gives us reason to continue fighting with hope. All you have to do is come to him. If you're in a season where you feel like you've lost hope and you're simply discouraged and tired, spend some time praying. Ask God to be your shield in this difficult time. Pray for him to restore your joy and hope and lift your head as you continue to follow him. Now, I know that there's a lot of people in my contacts list too who don't always get in their Bible and read or, see those devotionals and things like that. So I ship it out to a couple people, you know what I'm saying? I send it to a couple people, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that they'll read my text maybe before they go and open up a whole nother app. So I just copy and paste that and send it. So if we're reflecting on things, when we look back on our lives, how have we experienced God's protection? You know, I can say that there's a lot of times where I've experienced God's protection. I could honestly say that if it wasn't for God and stuff like that, I wouldn't even be here. And this is before I really got into it with God. I just knew that sometimes things would just work out in certain ways and everything like that. There was times where I got, you know what I'm saying, I got peaced at, you know what I'm saying? I got, you know what I'm saying, into it with people, you know, and things like that. And hey, look, I knew that there was people out there who, you know, really didn't want the best for me at the end of the day and everything like that. Things worked out, you know what I'm saying? You get away from them or they end up getting away from you or whatever. Y'all go y'all separate ways and everything. But the biggest thing, though, is that, you know, when you have God in your life and everything like that, it's a little voice in your head that if you really listen out for it, it's always there. It's a little voice in your head. It's always there. If you seek the guidance of God, that little voice just gets a little bit louder and a little bit louder every single time. And when it does get louder and you hear it and stuff like that, you realize that you just end up in different rooms. You move differently. You are doing things not in the name of what you think is best, but you're doing things in the name of the biggest picture, the bigger picture. I realized that certain things don't bother me like how they used to. I realized that certain decisions that I made 3 weeks ago now are making more sense today. And I'm glad I did that. You know what I'm saying? Rather than doing what I was originally going to do. You know what I'm saying? So just keeping little things like that in mind when you just reflect on like what it means to have a protector and stuff like that. But you, the Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, and the one who lifts my head high. You can reflect God's character by helping to protect and encourage others. So just as God is the one who keeps our heads high, you can keep somebody else's head high. You can allow God to work through you. Like I said, and little things like that are things that I started to do, just trying to like make a habit like out of my day and things like that. Now, I ain't gonna lie. We got a lot on the chopping block today, all right? Oh my God, I ain't gonna lie, this is about to be fun just because the fact that I really have not picked up a camera in like 2 years and stuff. So this is gonna be fun. I'm not gonna lie to you today, you know what I'm saying? I plan on like linking with some of the homies, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. You know what I'm saying? Getting some content knocked out and everything like that. Currently right now, I'm in the midst of trying to get together and direct a short film series and everything like that I think will give people a lot more context on what I really want to do with this LXL Universe channel. I think that short film series is going to be the basis of a lot of stuff that I have going forward. That's kind of going to be like, in a sense, always the reference of what this LXL Universe like channel is really about. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna have a really great plot. Everything like that. It's gonna have y'all tuned in. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. We are going to be so locked. It's gonna have good editing. It's gonna be high production. We're gonna be so locked on this thing. It's about to be like actually ridiculous. So what I'm about to do now is I'm about to run to the store because I realize I'm over here making all this content and I ain't got no way to get the content off the SD card. So I need to go get an SD card adapter. And then after that, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to link up with my homie and everything like that, my homie Cam. We probably going to talk for a little bit. But I also got another mission. I got another mission today. I'm going to be right back. So boom, right? I've been having arguments. I've been having arguments with people it's been days now, right? It's been days now. I've been having arguments with people. You know, there's still some people out here in this world who still think that we are living on a round earth. Why? I don't know. It don't make no sense. But all throughout today, there's going to be two things that I'm doing. But I'm going to tell you the first thing now. One, I'm going to be using this bad boy right here all throughout the day to prove that the earth is flat, and I'm going to shut down all you round earther theories and everything like that. That's what I'm finna be on today. That's the mission. That's the mission. And through the protection of God and everything like that, I'm going to be able to complete my mission because I set out to do it. This is what I'm finna do today. This is what I'm finna be on. I'm going to be using this bad boy right here to prove that the earth is flat all day today. And I'm telling you right now, I guarantee you that ain't nobody going to be able to disprove me at all. At all. We about to really do it to him. But Other than that, I'm just finna run around really quick. I'm finna take y'all with me and everything like that. Just kick back. Like, honestly, like, relax. You ain't even gotta do too much. Sit right there. Sit right there. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna grab a snack, grab a snack. If you watching me on your lunch break or everything like that, appreciate you for giving me that time. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead, bro, because I'm ready to get into my day.
If it's deemed as seems extremely unfair, they will still give you a bitch money even if you do prenup.
All right, so what's considered unfair? At this point, fuck the prenup then. We signing NDAs.